Hello friends, Archangel with CryptoAngel here. The Shiba Inu team recently put out a blog article entitled Shibarium, the Invite. So we're going to go ahead and do a full read through now. Thus far, we've stated that Shibarium is a layer 2 blockchain that allows anyone to build a digital product, conduct peer-to-peer transactions, and other basic capabilities. But that is only the beginning. Shibarium is so much more. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Sun Tzu. For what feels like a millennia, the world has been divided. This division of thought, the disconnect between our values and beliefs, are primarily an illusion created by shadowy feline entities to maintain the status quo. These shadow cats hide behind their power and influence. A vast network of corrupted wealth that utilizes obscure technology and brute force to keep the majority of the population broken down and debilitated. But that past does not have to be our future. Shibarium is the answer. Throughout this series of articles, I will detail Shibarium completely, and with the help of Cal, our development team, and the others at Unification, I will reveal what sets Shibarium apart from the constant flood of other emerging blockchains. At the same time, I'll explain what makes it familiar, tried and true, and quality on day one. Moreover, why we chose this technology, how to use it, how to build on it, and why you should join our movement as soon as possible will all be answered in these articles, followed by all the documentation needed to start building your project, Shibarium. First though, a basic question. What is Shibarium? Thus far, we've stated that Shibarium is a layer 2 blockchain that allows anyone to build a digital product, conduct peer-to-peer transactions, and other basic capabilities. But that is only the beginning. Shibarium is so much more. As the lead who is dedicated to the founding vision of Ryoshi for the larger SHIB ecosystem, I can confidently say that what we've created is the first step in a global movement to end the cycle of abusive control by embracing the power of decentralization. This approach is a multifaceted one. Shibarium is not only the tool that empowers the SHIB army to utilize digital assets in the form of tokens and NFTs, or gain access to digital places like the metaverse. Shibarium also encourages closed community product loops, the ability to launch community-originated, Shiba-branded physical products in real life with more utility than ever before. Exercise product loyalty by choosing quality equivalent, Shiba-oriented goods. And of course, craft unique, community-powered platforms unaffiliated with the SHIB development team. In fact, the only centralized aspect of Shibarium is a core system and corresponding interface that allows us to foster actual trust as we embark on this journey together in a previously trustless society, and a series of validators and delegators that keep the system decentralized and operational. We'll get back to these two special positions in a later article. I know that's a mouthful, even for me, so let me simplify. Shiba Everywhere gives us the ability to turn the tides of this battle without waging war. With Shibarium, we can simply walk away from the systems that oppress us and work together to make a better world with the culmination of all our skills, experiences, and a common vision. Shibarium Common Values. To achieve this, I will call upon all who want to help bring this potential future to fruition. While I will be outlining my thoughts on how we can become more unified than ever during the Shibarium beta testing, there are multiple values that must be identified and some fundamental understandings that all people, projects, companies, and entities that join or work with us should understand. Number 1. Burn. We, the Shibarium Core, also known as early adopters, are committed to building a global ecosystem and encouraging burning SHIB on every Shibarium project. 2. Protect. We respect each legitimate Shibarium project and understand scams will exist on the layer 2, so we must do our own research, DOOR, for our own protection. And we as a community will provide feedback so others can learn about people and projects without FUD, but in truth. Number 3, help. Wherever possible, Shibarium projects should prioritize donating to our larger community by finding and supporting a global network of non-profit organizations. Thank you for all who have donated in the recent and far-along past. Number 4, grow. We encourage Shibarium projects to not only burn and donate, but also to place a portion of profits into the Shib Doggy DAO Foundation that decides how the assets in the DAO wallet can be best applied. Obviously, teams that do this are truly for the community. We understand that not every project in our ecosystem will be able to utilize these values, but where there is great success, the above must at least be considered. Based on global GDP, even a small percentage of thriving portfolios would allow us to implement this plan to an exponential degree. This, in turn, will give us the opportunity to shift the world's consciousness away from the greed of capitalism to a healthier, hybridized approach. One where people can still profit from their hard work and expertise, but know in their heart they are also helping move the community forward. The who of Shibarium. Who is invited to Shibarium? Everyone. Everyone from everywhere. No matter what you call home, where you call home, regardless of what you believe or how you may practice, no matter the color of your blood or the color of your skin or fur, you are invited to take part in the future Shibarium can help us bring to life. The only requirement is that respect is given to those around you so that you can be shown respect in return. Join us with an open heart and the willingness to learn, and together we will unshackle ourselves from this broken system. This is a friendly worldwide call. As we are a global community, one issue we are facing is how we can unify. Unification is key to our success, technologically and technically. So I want to address the individuals that make up our community before we go any further. To my friends who are atheists, Shibarium represents a natural progression of the world that recognizes the harnessable power of the people and directs it into a closed system that prevents resources, power, and love therein from being siphoned to only a privileged few. Your belief in science is noble, and I respect what you are. I hope you can find it in your heart to work with us to make this world a better place, not because of a particular religion, but because it is the right thing to do. To my friends who are Buddhist and the various other branches therein, out of all the religions herein, this is the one I am working hardest to attain, the Noble Eightfold Path. With your assistance and work in Shibarium, we can shift the world from a mindset associated with unrighteousness to samyak, righteousness. As this is perfectly aligned with your beliefs, I graciously invite all Buddhists to join us in this fight for a righteous world. To my friends who are Christians, as many of you in the faith have seen, we are close to the global shift found in Revelations, and this, Shibarium, represents our attempt to set up a system away from the beast system that is evolving before your eyes. Join us with faith that you are doing the righteous thing. To my friends who are Hindus, namaste. After years of confusion and after months of deep introspection, I have learned the truth about Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, and this wonderful language we share. Armed with this knowledge, I believe you, as the holders of wisdom and truth, have a divine role to play in this fight to balance the Dharma. of the globe, and I humbly ask for your assistance. Namaste and thank you. To my friends who are Jews, as my line is Sephardic, it is dear to my heart that this system brings us closer to uniting the hidden, unfound, and oppressed Jews of the world that have been scattered to the four corners of the earth, and therefore closer to the redemption of the world. It's time. To my friends who are Muslims, as my lineage is Sephardic Jew, we are family. As your scholars call for this level of righteousness daily, I hope my call for your involvement and assistance will resonate with you deeply, as it is time to lay out the carpet for Imam Mahdi, and Shibarium is the way to do it in my humble opinion. I encourage you to join us and help us remain away from the system siphoning the soul of humanity. To my friends who are Shinto, the balance of kami is being threatened and a rebalancing must take place. To achieve this, the entire world must work together to ensure the spirit energy of the elements, Elohim, are pleased and continue to support our physical reality. As a vital part ignored by so many others, I believe the Shiba Inu was divinely chosen as the mascot to ensure that Kami was not to be forgotten as we push forward with all our might to make a more righteous world. To my friends who are Taoist, Happy New Year. The Tao of the universe flows through all. This Tao has many names, Exodus 6:2 for those who say God has only one, and is sorely unbalanced. Thus, the righteousness that stems from the balance of the Tao must be restored. I kindly request your involvement so that we can rebalance the world and allow the Tao to flow freely again to humans. To my friends who are Wiccan, a quick glance at the larger astrological and astronomical picture shows that it is time for everything I've outlined herein. As you well know then, this attempt is divinely ordained, and resistance is truly futile. Join us and restore the balance you know is needed for a peaceful world. To the Luciferians, even the negative light of Lucifer has a place in the current global system. But as his light is being worshipped by those in power, and thus has an unfair advantage, the dimming of this light is a divinely protected rebalancing that must take place before utter destruction results from the heinous activities that have gone way too far. For any religions I missed, surely unless you worship evil, your religion has the common thread of a righteous world and belief system. These values are being destroyed, and at the same time the resources, time, money, and love of people is being siphoned out of the community and into the ancient bloodline of corrupt shadow leaders that continue to keep countless lives in bondage. Shibarium is how we win, no matter your belief. And I invite you with this letter to join us. Next up, in the next blog, I will outline the year in review, 2022 good and bad. I'll discuss FUD and expect FUD for this blog as well. Finally, in the last few blogs, we'll get into the intake form, how and why, technical details of the L2, tokenization for new projects, and the start of the Shibarium beta as Cal returns after the loss of his father. Be safe out there, everyone, and talk soon. With that, we've reached the end of the article. Archangel, out.